How are you today? Well, not too bad. We had a chance to catch up with Farlot Farms. We're going to head there. That's coming up next. It's the 158th annual Ripley-Huron Fall Fair.
Did you ever think you were going to go into farming sheep, or was that just sort of a surprise?
I've never really thought of. I wasn't sure what I was doing 12 years ago, so I tried something.
Does anybody?
Well, yeah, exactly. Like,
and 12 years from now, who knows? But you guys were doing. You had cows and cattle.
Yeah, we had cows.
And you've made
before.
A transition now.
Yeah, we had cows before, and then I just didn't like the cows because they're always like they're bigger than you, right?
Yeah.
So the sheep are easier to control and manage.
And from what I understand, the market's changed quite a bit, and being in sheep now presents newer opportunities. And let's talk about some of those opportunities now. I was talking to you, obviously you guys are a family operation. Your family's been great welcoming me here to the farm, and we had some good chats about stuff. Now, your dad was telling me, and this is something new, but you guys are actually doing tours for restaurants, which is I think is really cool, because I'm a foodie. And I've been chumming with local restaurateurs that are into that sort of thing too. Tell me what kind of experience that is and how cool that is for you guys.
Well, it was a really fun day having the tartan tusk out. We have to get the fig out one of these days too, after COVID maybe.
So the fig right there in Ripley too, they're on board here for the local products.
Yep.
Cool.
So
yeah. And how important, obviously, you guys, a family operation, you guys probably put quality before anything. How important is it to you guys to maintain that quality and what your product is, and how cool is it to see that people are after quality as well?
Well, it's awesome to see that people are after quality too, because that's what we strive for.
Right.
Like, it's better to have a good quality than just go bigger and have more, right? Like
there's a farm to table motto that I've been following actually for quite some time, and I was always a big believer and big supporter of things like the Ripley Harvest Dinner that happened in the fall, of course, before COVID and so on and so forth, where the whole idea of it was that farm to table, kind of fresh, local, support local, all that kind of stuff. So really appreciate what you guys are doing. Tell me a little bit about your sheep.
So we have 3 different types of breeds of sheep. So we've got Tunis Cross Dorset, and then we have Tunis Cross Suffolk and Tunis Cross Dorset, and then we have a little bit of Eildey France in there too.
So what kind of you guys are obviously it's a constant cycle. We took a look at some of the rams and things like that. So you guys are in the business of just turning around sheep, and then eventually they go to market. You guys sell them for meat. What kind of turnaround? How does this whole process? How much time are we talking here from the time you guys have the lambs to when it becomes available for sale?
So in the summertime, it's a bit harder because of the heat, and the lambs just don't want to eat as much. But in the wintertime, about 6 months, and we can have a lamb finished and out the door. So, and it all depends on how they grow and eat too, right? So if we have one that doesn't eat as quick and doesn't grow as fast.
Do you see that fluctuate quite a bit like from sheep to sheep?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially if like a triplet or a twin, even a small twin.
Like the runt.
Yeah.
Like a runt of a litter sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys, are you guys open as far as people coming to see the farm then? And can people get a hold of you anyway if they'd like to? If there was other restaurateurs that might see this segment, or anybody that's interested in seeing the farm, is that something people can do?
Yeah, just get a hold of us and we'll be happy to.
How do they do that?
So our email address, so farlot@hereandtell.com.
You guys got a Facebook page?
We've got Farlot Farm Facebook page too. So
tell me about some of the labor that goes into feeding these guys. 250 sheep, they gotta eat.
Yeah.
Beep beep, I'm a sheep.
Yeah.
So how do you feed these dudes?
So in the wintertime, we normally feed them out of the egg bag and with the TMR mixture and loader tractor.
Okay.
But right now we're trying to use up all our dry hay to make room for the fresh crop of hay coming in. So we're just feeding small square bales right now and forking it around and spreading it around into all the sheep right now. And
Makes for a long day in the hot sun.
Yeah, about an hour, and
Yeah.
we can have chores done. So it's
Yeah.
not too long, but and we try to feed once a day.
So just strictly hay.
Well, we feed some grain in there
Okay,
too.
right.
So
Yes.
the-
Yes, actually, we saw that.
Yeah.
They were feeding by hand. Oh, they love that stuff.
Yeah. So our mixture of grain, we have we mix spelt
Okay.
in with our grain, and we also do wheat, and then oats and barley, and then we mix in our minerals and supplements.
Do you think that brings a little more flavor to the meat in the end, and like the things, products like that? Like they, it's obviously, a lot of people say grass-fed beef is always the best, so on and so forth. Is it the same theory? Do you think?
Kind of.
Yep.
Like the grain helps them finish quicker.
Right.
But we don't feed any corn because
Okay.
it turns if you cook like a lamb chop
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
frying pan,
See, I didn't know.
it'll turn green.
No way.
It'll turn green because of corn.
Didn't know that.
So if you just feed your small grains,
Mhm.
it's nice and white and it doesn't turn green
Right,
in the
right,
frying
right, right.
pan because the restaurants don't like
Yeah.
to see the green juices running off.
So we were talking to your family, and I was talking to your dad a little bit earlier too. So he mentioned that shearing the sheep is something you got to do for their health.
Yes, because in the summertime you can't have a whole bunch
Right.
of wool on them. They don't grow then.
Yeah.
And it's not healthy, right? So and they're sweating all the time too.
Yeah.
So it's just try and keep the sheep comfortable and.
I'm gonna go home and just have somebody shear me. Anyway, thanks for your time today. We're here at the Lawton Farm.